So this is my wife's dog, Sadie. Sadie is a golden doodle. There's no doubt that my wife loves this dog more than she does me and my 4 stepsons combined. It's not even close. So, yeah, I have 4 stepsons. I didn't tell you. The youngest are twins, 16. So she loves this dog more than she loves all of us. Now, does anybody have a golden doodle? Uh-oh, we have a couple golden doodles. So golden doodles are pretty expensive dogs. Like, this is the pick of the litter. This is supposedly the greatest genetic golden doodle of all time. Now, not cheap. Not cheap. How do you, what kind of food do you give your golden doodle? Yes, organic food. Gas is $27 a gallon, and we give this dog like organic food. What about how often do you take your dog to the groomer?
They get mad and say that.
They do, don't they? So we take her every week. Every week we take her to the groomer. It's like every Wednesday morning. Now she doesn't get like a haircut every time. Sometimes she'll just get her nails done. She'll get a bath, whatever. Like, she is a bougie dog. She's big, she's athletic, she has this big, huge bark, this deep bark. She thinks she is so tough. Does your dog, do they have deep barks?
Yes.
All right, here you go. You ready for it? Is that pretty good? All right, so she thinks she is tough. What's her name? Sadie, yeah. Sadie means soft. All right, now, she's beautiful, though. She's athletic. Now, this guy right here, this is my guy, Grundy. Grundy, my youngest biological son, found him on top of Montego Mountain, where he goes to school at Sewanee. Now, Grundy it's in Grundy County, if you know where that is. So, up on the mountain, my youngest son found him deep in the woods. Grundy is a rescue pit bull. Apparently, Grundy had been living on his own for almost a year. A guy my son found or talked to said he had snuck Grundy some food. Grundy apparently there was these meth dealers that had their house burned down, and so Grundy was around and they abandoned him. Somebody has abused Grundy pretty bad. Now he can hardly open his left eye right there. He has 5 teeth, that's it. He's been abused, he has to go. The vet said he has all this nerve damage and he has to get cortisone shots. It's sad. So, and I get emotional even talking about it. You can see like his whole left side of his face is kind of bashed in. So he follows my son, Joseph, in the woods for a year. Joseph feeds him, takes care of him. He picks off like 40 ticks. Right there, Grundy, that's in our living room. Grundy weighed about 30 pounds. He weighed 60 right there. He weighed about 30 when Joseph found him. Unbelievably unhealthy when we found him. Now, Joseph can't keep Grundy in his dorm room because, I mean, as you know, you can't do that. And Joseph's a rule follower. So he gives him to us. Now, my wife wasn't real thrilled about having Grundy live with us. Grundy sheds. Grundy, he farts when he barks. I'm not going to do it. He farts when he barks. He doesn't smell great. He also, does anybody have a rabbit? No one has a rabbit? Well, Sadie's always chasing rabbits. We live up in the woods, up on a mountain, on a cul-de-sac, deep in the woods. We have wild rabbits everywhere. Sadie's always chasing them. She can never catch one. Never can catch him. One time she chases a rabbit into Grundy, and Grundy rips the rabbit's face off. Yeah, and my wife's like, you gotta get rid of that dog, get rid of that dog. No, I mean, but he's a rescue. My stepsons love the fact that he ripped the rabbit's face off. My stepsons love Grundy. My wife's not too happy about Grundy, but it all changed. And again, my wife wouldn't let Grundy in the house, ever. But it changed because 2 weeks after Grundy ripped the rabbit's face off, we have a German Shepherd in our neighborhood. And the German Shepherd and Sadie have been barking at each other. They've been barking and barking. I told my wife, I said, they're going to fight. My wife's like, no, it's fine. Sure enough, we're sitting on the front porch one day. Now, whenever I sit on the front porch, Grundy will sit at my front feet. And he'll look around, make sure everything's okay. My wife's sitting to my left. Sadie's running around the neighborhood like she always is. And she starts barking at this German Shepherd. And the German Shepherd starts barking back. And the German Shepherd starts following Sadie into our yard. And it goes down. In our yard, the German Shepherd starts beating Sadie down. My wife's screaming, "Ah!" Grundy, who's sitting at my feet, sprints, headbutts the German Shepherd, knocks him about 5 feet. The German Shepherd gets up and goes and runs to his mama. Now, and this is all 100% true, now the German Shepherd won't even look in our direction. But somehow, dogs know. The German Shepherd knew that Grundy was staying with my son at his mom's house last summer, and he kept coming down in our yard. We get Grundy back, and now the German Shepherd starts making his way to our house, and Grundy goes, "Ah," and the German Shepherd hauls back to Mama. So, as a pit bull, that's what you want to be when you go on the field. You got to flip the switch and be like Grundy when it comes to getting between the lines. You've got to be able to rip the rabbit's face off. And I'm not talking being dirty. I'm not talking being inappropriate. I'm saying it is competition because you are competing against the other team. If you're playing Chattanooga State, you need to rip their face off. Now, not in a dirty way, but you got to flip the switch. Now, here's one of the things on Grundy that I think is so important for athletic teams to get. Grundy had Sadie's back. Sadie doesn't have Grundy's back, but Grundy has Sadie's back. Sadie doesn't deserve it, but Grundy has her back anyway. Now, here's the thing, though. There are some things about Sadie. I misled what I said about Sadie. Sadie's my girl. She really is. Like, she is my girl. And there's a lot of things about Sadie that are great that Grundy doesn't have. Sadie's never met a stranger, ever. Like, she's so friendly. She'll go up to anybody and she never gets deterred. If somebody acts like they don't like her, doesn't matter. The next person she goes up to, she doesn't care. And I watch Grundy look at her, and it's so sweet because he wishes he could be that way. But you know what? He's gotten more outgoing being around her, and she's gotten tougher being around him because they'll wrestle, and he'll let her win a little bit just to make her tougher. It's incredible. So, are you a pit bull or you're a golden doodle? I would say at times you need to be both. But when you're playing, you need to be a pit bull. There you go.